Alright, this is another one of those parts where you really need a player's guide. Here's the thing. To get all of the story completion points that you can from this, you need to sell all 10 tickets, but for some bizarre reason, you can only make 10 sales pitches. I don't know why that is. It's not like, you know, in real life if you had 10 tickets to sell, when you tried to sell one and didn't sell it successfully, the ticket would not just go poof. But apparently that's what happens here. Anyway, there are about 14 different people you can sell the tickets to. Anyone who will hear your pitch will also buy a ticket as long as the price isn't too high. Theoretically, your job is to figure out what price they'll accept. Now, you have to pay 500 gil for each one, which means that if you sell it for less than 500 gil, then you have to eat up the difference in terms of the loss. On the other side, it also means that if you sell it for more than 500 gil, then you get to keep the extra. Yes, but if you pick too high a price to sell it at, then you can't sell that ticket. And if you're going for 100%, then that is not acceptable. I apparently am not paying attention because I'm trying to steal gil twice from the same thing. Yeah, it happens in battles like this when you're focusing on several things, trying to focus on several things at the same time.
That's understandable.
I mean, you can put it on a mode where, like, stuff stops while you're making selections, but I think that takes away a large part of the challenge, so I don't do that.
If it's as it is.
Alright. I sold that one for 1,500, which means I get to keep 1,000.
Nice.
But like I said, keep in mind, not everyone will be willing to buy them for that price.
No.
So if you want to be completely safe, then you could just sell at the lowest price. Although I'm not sure. It may be that to get all the completion points you have to make a profit. I'm not sure about that. In any case, I'm showing you how to make a profit, so you can do that. And you can make quite a profit if you know what price to sell at. So I guess theoretically, if you didn't have the player's guide, you could try to judge by their reactions to your pitches. And whoever seemed more excited, you would sell to them at the higher prices. Whoever seemed less excited, you'd sell them at the lower prices.
So since you have guide, you can just read who buy them for what price.
Right. Now, I think, like, if you're trying to do 100% not single playthrough, like, you know, as many playthroughs as necessary, then I think you could probably do it without a player's guide. Because there are enough extra points that you can get that you could add them up to 100. Although there is one part where if you don't get the points in that particular part, it doesn't matter how many, whether you get up to 100, you won't be able to get the good ending. I will point out where that part is.
Okie dokie.
So yeah, there are a lot of people who will buy for 1,500. I think if you pick only the 10 people who will buy at the highest price, you can get, everyone will buy for at least 1,000. Okay, that guy really wants to go.
That means more profit for you.
He's saying that word in a British accent reminds me of the movie Dogma. Have you seen that movie?
Nope.
Oh, Alan Rickman is in it. He plays the voice of God. Not God, but the voice of God. Who is an angel. And he tells the main character about meeting prophets. 2 of them. It's a very funny movie.
I've heard of it, I've just not seen it.
Yes, just don't watch it. Don't watch it around devout Catholics.
I said I don't really know that many people who are very Catholic.
Yeah, I figured. So there's some like formal economic term for what we're doing. It like basically it's where you try to where you don't charge the same price to everybody, where you try to charge based on what you think people will pay. And it's done like with movies, for example. It costs more to see it in a theater than it does, say, to rent it through Netflix or something. So the people who really want to see it will pay that extra price to see it sooner. The people who don't will wait and pay the lower price. Like I said, there is a formal economics term for it. I don't remember what that term is.
Well, Michelle, the tickets, I mean. You better believe it.
So the maximum possible profit is 11,500 gil.
Did you hear that, everybody? Oh yes, before I forget. I've got to pay you your profits.
Which is a substantial portion of Owaka's debt. He also gives you some additional stuff if you sell all 10 tickets.
I guess it's worth trying anything.
Yep, it was an absolutely amicable arrangement. Everybody's happy.
Oh, we're really looking forward to the show.
About the show. I will bring up a point about that later in this session. A point that I find funny.
Okie dokie.
So that is the Moonflow mission for this time.
Yay.
Yeah, the next couple of places, basically all you have to do is see one little scene, and that's all the story completion points you can get for this chapter. Of course, there's still some other stuff to do.
Yes.
Ride the shoe hop.
And fortunately, there's no holdup in the line this time because there's no Crusader goofballs who think they're going to get a chocobo on a shoe puff. Do you remember that scene?
No, I don't. That's sort of used to be like chocobo on the no.
One of the Hypelos was saying, "Ish impossible." I think it was it Lucille, one of the named Crusaders, was trying to get the chocobo was trying to argue that she should be allowed to bring the chocobo on. The Hypelo was having none of it.
That chocobo shall not pass.
Well, it can pass, just not by shoe puff. She was like, crap, we're gonna have to go find another crossing. Teaching monkeys tricks. Wouldn't it be great if one of the Gullwings could do that? Alright, I'm showing this battle because I'm not sure whether this monster is rare per se, but it's certainly tougher than anything else that will be around here.
You've left it.
Alright, this thing's probably going to have a whole bunch of status immunities.
That's always the case with tough monsters. Well, not all of them is the case.
Yep, 13 status immunities. 4,700 hit points, which is a lot for this point in the game, especially for something that has high defense.
I take what I
You
want.
hit hard.
Can hit fairly hard,
That's good.
and I know I'm going to have to hit hard because I just made Yuna into a warrior. I think I may make Pain into a black mage at some point after I become convinced that I'm not going to steal anything more from it. The skill Master Thief that I just had Pain try to use will steal a rare item from an enemy.
That's always nice.
Rare meaning rare for that enemy to drop it. May not necessarily be that good an item, but like, it's rare drop.
That's enough from you.
Okay, okay.
So it would be nice if I could use Armor Break, but it's immune to that, so I'm just using Power Break instead.
I take what I want.
At least you can do damage to it. That's all
Yes.
that matters. And you can keep yourself alive. That's all the good.
It just licked me.
You got it. I'll do it.
Ew, what's the germs?
But no lick will ever be as creepy as Girahine's.
That's a very creepy lick.
Alright, yeah, I'm getting fed up with this guy.
What will it be?
I think I may have power broken him to the maximum degree at this. No, okay, not quite. Now I've power broken him to the maximum degree. You can stack it up to 5 times. Oh yeah.
Chin up.
Alright, so I've switched every character's Dressphere. As you know, I generally like to keep someone in the same Dressphere until she learns an ability, but of course, this is why you have the ability to switch them, because sometimes you have to do it in the middle of battle.
And it's quite useful.
Okay, looks like... What am I... No, that's not a good idea. Well, I just wasted some MP. And one of Yuna's turns.
Time to act.
It did say that the thing was immune to gravity, but I was looking at all the status immunities, apparently. So I didn't notice the elemental immunity.
At least
Smoking's
now you
bad.
know you've got to make that mistake again.
Okay, that, beefed up Fire Gospel did damage that was between 1/3 and 1/4 of its maximum hit points.
Ooh.
So that's probably a good way to go. Focus a few times and then use one of the black magic spells. Wouldn't matter much one since it's not immune to or vulnerable to any of those 4 elements.
Each doing go pew pew pew. Like